Hello everybody, this is Anna, also known as Annaknitter on Ravelry, as well as our group called Annaknitter. Come to our group, be welcome. And on Instagram my name is annalenaknitter. There you can find me and I'm pretty active there. So welcome back. I'm trying to get a weekly schedule routine. I'm doing my best. I walked the dog this morning twice, so I hope in the next, in the next hour I have quiet time. I hope he will fall asleep in 5 minutes or so. Okay, this time I can show you a lot more. I've been knitting pretty much, but yes, not that much like all the other great podcasters. This morning I watched Danny from Little Bobbins Knits, I think it's called, Little Bobbin. Her dog is called Bobbin and he's cute and tiny and much more quiet than my dog. And I watched the last episode from Softsock podcast, Sarah. And now I'm so in the mood to podcast again. It was planned today, but I have to get in the mood for podcasting. So, okay, and I am in the mood. Okay, I can show you a finished object, but it's looking horrible because these socks I've worn the whole week. Okay, this looks good. In person, it's very slouchy and stretchy and weird and awkward, but I love those socks. I finished them, I don't know, look up my Instagram account and then you know. Today we have Friday. In this week. I finished them this week. It's a soft sock base in the colorway All Hallows Eve from a Homespun house. The dyer behind a Homespun house is Molly. She also has a podcast. I think you know her. And these socks are very comfortable. They are very soft but also sturdy enough. I've worn them in shoes as well, and I think they will last long. I told you that I did knit these socks with many less stitches, with way less stitches than normal. Normally I knit my socks with 64 stitches, and these are 56 or 58 or in that way. They are big enough around the foot and the leg, but the only thing which is not as comfortable as the other socks is the toe. I'm knitting always a wrap and turn. Heel, I'm sorry, the heel. The toe, I'm talking about the toe and I'm showing you the heel. The heel is a bit small, so maybe I should cast on more stitches, or I should go up a needle size for knitting the heel, because it's very stretched out. Do you see? The foot and the leg is totally normal, but the heel is very worn out. Too few stitches for my heel. But I can wear them, especially over another pair of socks. Then the heel doesn't come off my heel. The heel of the sock doesn't come off the heel of my foot if I'm wearing a normal pair of sock. So this is my finished object, my autumn sock, my only autumn pair I've finished yet. Still we have autumn, but I'm already in Christmas mood, as you see behind me. Oh, I'm so bad at pointing in the camera because I'm pointing, because it's the other way around. Okay, this is my finished object. I also have a hoe, a half-finished object, and now I don't know in which bag. I guess it's in here. Yes. In my Christmas bag I sewn a few days ago. My first Christmas bag I own and I sew by myself. I have a jingle bell, holly jolly jingle bell on my back. I like it, but it's a bit dangerous for my dog because if I don't want to get him mad and crazy, I have to be sometimes a bit. I have to be quiet, you know. He loves the jingle, and it makes him, oh, what's going on? Let's play. And I don't want to have it all the time. Okay, in this bag, I have a green lining. And yeah, the fabric are Christmas gnomes. I always have to think of Nina when I see gnomes, because she loves gnomes and she loves gnome acres. Yes, and this green Christmas fabric. Okay, and in this bag is my finished Stars Hollow sock. Only one. I cast on the second one immediately after finishing. So, heel, cuff and toe in a contrasting color. No name, it's a no name blend. 75% wool, no merino, and 25 nylon. And the colorway of the main foot or the main sock is Gnome Acres Stars Hollow on the Sparkle Gnome. Perfectly striped sock. Very soft. It was a pleasure to knit. Very, not too slippery, but slippery enough. And I immediately, as I said, did the cast on. Normally, if I cast on the next sock right after finishing the first, I knit the whole cuff and I add the main color and then I stop, because then I'm not in the mood. But if I do this, I know I will finish this sock quicker, because I only have to grab and knit the funny part, because the contrasting heel, cuff, heel and toes aren't the funny parts, because it's just a solid color and it's not that exciting as to knit with this. And I guess I will have plenty left to wind in minis and to swap. You out there, if you want to swap with me, contact me and we will do it. I need some minis. Okay, half finished object in my self-sewn Christmas bag. There's only one thing and one problem I often have, but it's not really in this case. I will show you in a minute. My only problem, and I don't know why it's happening, with the zipper, sewing in the zipper. Okay. I did a bit of sewing because I was thinking about which price we can put in our knit along, Advent along, which started a week ago and will go to Christmas Day. We needed a price, and I thought about a yarn, but I don't really get Christmas yarns easily in Austria, and the Christmas yarns I already have, I want to own by myself, and I want to knit up the 12 socks of Christmas in the knit along from Sarah, Love Sockville podcast. And so I thought it should be Christmassy, and why not a project bag? So I sewn up another project bag, also with a jingle bell, jolly, let's have Christmas thing. Okay, we have stars and I don't know how you say it. Is this always also semi-solid red? Because it's not just one red, it has different shades of red in it. And the lining, I think, is made of the stars. Yeah, this is the lining. It's a normal sock-sized or shawl-sized bag. I think, yes, it's a normal size. I can't compare it with the famous one because these are aren't famous, and this is bigger. This is from Fiber. Fiber. I will write it down, and it's bigger, so I can't compare it. Okay, this is the price for our knit along. I started a thread already last week, and in the first post there are the rules and a picture of the price. Whips are allowed, you can poly dip, it has to be Advent or Christmas related, colorway, pattern, Christmas gifts. It's easy to enter pretty every project. And you should explain us in your entering post why this project to you is Christmas related, maybe how it increases your pleasant anticipation for Christmas. I told about Advent and Christmas time last episode. I think the wonderful thing about Advent is the anticipation of the Christmas time, because Christmas is over so quick and the joy is over so quick. So we enjoy the anticipation of this seasonal joy. Okay, our price. Jingle, jingle. And then I sewed this bag. It's for a swap. Sarah, this will go out to you. Sarah and me are swapping. We decided to make a Christmas swap. I won't show the other things I will send to you, but Sarah, I want, if you're watching, I don't really know if you're watching because there are so many other great podcasts. And yes, here we have a white lining. The handle is pretty big. I love it to be big. I don't wear my project bags like this. I see many people showing in the camera holding the project bag like this. I don't use the handle for my hand. I like to I like to grab it like this and to be sturdy. Yes. Okay. Okay. Then I can go over to works in progress. There are a lot. I worked on a lot projects a bit, so I can show you just a tiny little bit. Today I knit a few rows on my 3 colors of cashmere shawl. It's not very interesting because when I showed it last time, I was here. And today I added a few straps. I think I have 8 straps now and I need 10 for the next pattern. It's the 3 colors of cashmere shawl designed by Joey Locatelli. I already knit the cowl, but I didn't pay the pattern. I just looked at some pictures and knitted up like I think I had to knit it. So it's just inspired by the cowl. Okay. Then I knit 2 squares on my Cozy Memories blanket, Stitch in Time blanket. Just in case you don't know the Stitch in Time blanket, it's like the Cozy Memories, but it's divided in as many blocks as you like, and the blocks are related to the month, for example, or to a color palette, or as you like. So this I knit in May, and I just wanted to, I don't know, test knit if I like it, how it works. It's a bit crazy. The colors are totally crazy. They don't match very good, but it represents my life in May. It was very head over heels, crazy, weird, chaotic. It was. Okay. And I do it 5 by 5, and then I knit a border. And the next the next big square I will sew next to this, so this border has to be smaller than this. This is the half of this. So I sew it together and I will have the same border around the whole square. Okay, this is my first block. Yes, block. And I started long time ago a blue block, and I added just, yes, two squares, and I started the third one. This is my blue block. I recognize that I have many blue yarns. I like blue. Okay, these ones I added. This one. Yes, this one is in Opal Mini, not from the Advent calendar. I would so love to get this Advent calendar this year. I already wanted to have it last year and the year before last year, but it was just too expensive. I think an Advent calendar for €60 is pretty expensive. I looked up the price for one Opal Mini. It's €1.50, so it would cost around, with shipping, around, yes, €40 to make your own Advent calendar with Opal Minis, because they don't have special Christmas colors. They are the same like the normal Opal Minis you can buy, but they have a Christmassy tag. That's all. So I think about ordering 24 Opal Minis and ask a friend to put it in a calendar for me. But I don't know. €40 also is very expensive just for an Advent calendar. I don't know. I would love to have it, but you know, you can't spend money all the time. So this is a very pretty Opal Mini. I would love to have it in big. That's the next thing I don't like about the Opal Minis. They don't write the colorway on the tag. So you don't know how to get this. Because it's I like brown and blue together. I like it very much. Yes. And this one is a Knit Picks Felici I got from lovely Nina from This Old Knit podcast. And this has lilac and pink colors also, but the stripes are so big that they didn't get in this square, and that's perfect because in this, so I only got the blue colors of the repeats in this blanket, in this square, and I will knit a block only with these girly colors, and then I can grab the rest of the mini with the lilac and pink stripes. Yes, and then I added just 2 rows of Fondant Fiber. Yes, it's the back from Fondant Fiber, and this mini 20-gram mini is also from Fondant Fiber, and I think it's named by a flower. Cornflower, I think. I don't know. This is the mini I just added today. So, Cozy Memory. I call it Cozy Memory because I wanted to knit a Cozy Memories blanket, but I wanted to have it a bit more structured and tidy. I don't really like the look of a Cozy Memories blanket spread out over a bed with all the crazy colors. For me, it looks much prettier framed and divided, so you can, I don't know why. I'm just like this. I'm a tidy person. I don't know. Maybe it's strange. But I need lines and order and tidiness. That's me. Okay. That was my Cozy Memory. I showed you this. And oh, there's another Christmas bag I saw this week. This flower is called Ilex in Latin, and Stechpalme in German. I don't know how you call it in English. I would have to look it up. But this flower, if you can say flower, I don't know the botanical name in English. It's not really a flower, but you know it. And this reminds me of my all-time favorite Christmas story I told a lot about in the last episodes. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, because Scrooge says to his nephew, everyone who say Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge, should be buried with a Stechpalmzweig, with a ilex, I don't know how you call it in English, in his heart and cooked in plum pudding. So it sounds like torture, and I think it should sound like torture for Scrooge. So this is, for me, my English Scrooge Dickens Christmas bag. And you can hear I didn't add a bell. I still have bells, and I will add a bell. Oh, there's a, how do you call it? It's not a yarn. I don't care. I will add a jelly bell, not jelly bell, holly bell on this bag. In this bag, I'm already housing, you can hear, it's not a Christmas bag, but it's a special bag for me because it's made by a swapping friend for me. I'm already housing my woolen vine yarn, which I received from Nina, and I'm still very grateful. And the only reason why I didn't cast on already, because you see I arranged the needles and everything, I'm not sure if it's the colorway Deck the Halls I'm longing for so long. I don't know if I should knit socks out of it. It's too special for socks. It's so pretty, and I wanted it for so long. I was thinking about to knit a star shower out of this, but I don't know if these colors look nice next to my skin. It should be something special, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I will knit Christmas socks out of it. I haven't decided yet, so I will keep it in my bag till I have a decision. Okay. Oh, and then I did cast on the hat, the Socky Slouchy hat by Lauren Sanchez. I told you last time I will do. I only knit is it the brim? It's not the cuff. I think it's a brim. I'm not sure. I'm not ready knitting this. I think I have to knit half an inch, and then I start increase some stitches, and then I have only to knit plain stockinette. It's not very funny because it's brown and it's boring. It's just a practical knit because I need a brown nice fitting hat to keep my ears warm. And yes, I don't knit a lot on it because it's boring. It's just to own a hat, and I wouldn't buy a hat in a store because I always think when I see knitted items I like in a store, I always think I can do it by myself. What you're knitting for if you're buying knitted items in a store? You can knit. You have all the pretty yarns. You have to do it. So yes, I think it will take me a bit to finish it. Today we have a typical November Charles Dickens day. I'm sorry I'm so much talking about Charles Dickens because he's my favorite author. And it's foggy, wet, and a bit cold outside, but not freezing. So for me, it's a typical Charles Dickens or Sherlock Holmes day. I don't need a hat right now, so I have a bit more time to knit this brown, boring hat. Yes, I already mentioned the 12 Socks of Christmas, Carl from Love Sock Wool podcast. Oh no! I have another whip. But where is it? I showed you the bag, but I didn't open it. Okay, in this Christmas bag. Perfect. Oh yeah, and look, and this, and away. There is another Christmas sock I cast on. I showed you already last time. It's from Regia. It's a Arne and Carlos colorway I bought in Vienna. And it's for the 12 Socks of Christmas Carl from Love Sock Wool podcast. But I will be good and not cast on 12 socks. I try to just cast on the socks I really can knit in the Christmas season. I really want to wear my Christmas socks, and I don't want to knit all the single socks and not to be able to wear. Last year I only knit the West Yorkshire Spinners socks with holly, jolly and cranberry contrasting color. I don't know really the name, I forgot. But everyone did it. And they looked very Christmassy, and I loved them, and I really finished them by Christmas, around Christmas, and I was able to wear them the whole Christmas season. And I want to do it this year again, and so for me it looks Christmassy. Maybe you say it's not a Christmas color, but for me it looks Scandinavian Christmassy, and I want to finish them. I will add contrasting heels and toes, but not the cuff. As the Molly socks I knit, I recognize that I like to just, oh my gosh, totally worn out. I like the look of just knitting contrasting heel and toe and not the cuff. I don't know, I like it. Sometimes you have to change your routine. And in this case, I will add a red contrasting heel and toe. Arne and Carlos. Look how perfect. I love the Scandinavian look of it. I wouldn't be able to knit it by myself, the Fair Isle thing. I don't have the patience to do it. Nina from This Old Knit podcast knit a Fair Isle sock with a gnome. Sure, Nina is knitting gnome socks. How perfect is that? And she knit the gnomes by herself with the Fair Isle, or I don't know, it's color work. If it's Fair Isle, I don't know, but it's color work. And I'm appreciating this because it's not that easy and it takes so long and you have really to concentrate. It's not a popcorny TV knit. Okay. These were my whips. Let me see. Yes. I showed you my faux, hose, whips and my sewing projects. I will sew other Christmas bags. I think there are 3 more to sew up. I already did the interfacing and all that stuff, and I only have to sew them together. And I think they will be for me. Because last year I wanted to have Christmas bags, and to be honest, they are for me too expensive to buy them. They are just too expensive because normally you only can get those kind of things in England, America and so on Etsy, and the shipping costs are so high that I decided to order the fabric in the price of 1 bag normally. I paid for the fabric and the interfacing without zippers because I already had them for 1, 2, 3, 4. for 8 bags. And I paid with shipping a bit more than 30 euro. And that would be the price of 1 bag without shipping costs. So, and I like sewing. Oh, I wanted to show you the problem I sometimes have. Yes. These corners of the zipper, I don't get straight. They are so snuggled in. I don't know, they are, and here again. And I don't know why this happens. Maybe you can tell me my mistake. What do I have to do to have a nice edged corner? Okay. I only want to show you 3 other Christmas yarns. I would like to start soon after finishing maybe the first sock I showed you of the other Christmas color. I showed you already this in my very first episode. It's opal, yes, opal, and the line is Klangmusik, and this is pop music colorway. It's not meant to be a Christmas color, but it's definitely Christmassy. I don't know if I will start this Arne and Carlos color. It's I think Summer Evening or something like that. Look, my first episode, I wrote it down there. It's Arne and Carlos. There are the guys. But the most exciting thing is an acquisition. I told you, from a homespun house, the colorway Kevin, and it's so Christmassy. It's so I think this will be my favorite, next to Deck the Halls, my favorite Christmas sock. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. I didn't open because I wanted to show you how nicely wrapped it is. And Molly was so sweet and kind that she added this mini skein for contrasting heels and toes. She did write a note for me, because as she wrote that she now knows that I like to knit the contrasting heels and toes, and that's why she added the mini skein for me. And I was so grateful and I was so touched. I didn't expect it at all, because it costs normally something. And it's gold, Stellina. It's so perfect, and it's, yeah, you can see the Stellina. It's so pretty. I think I want to, I'm sorry, I'll try to be quiet. I want to open it. I didn't before. So soft. It's so soft and pretty, and it's from Molly, and I like Molly. It's so pretty. I'm sorry, but it's so Christmas. So happy, and this is her note. She's wonderful. I'm curious if she has the house or not. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but I could look at this for minutes and minutes. Do you see the gold Stellina on the white yarn? My gosh. Perfect. I think I have to wind it up soon. This may be the next cast on. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. And she always has cute stickers saying thank you and closing it with a washi tape. These are the small things, you know, the small things I appreciate. Okay. And then there's another thing I want to share with you. I decided to make the most Christmas presents this year handmade by myself. I searched the internet for nice ideas, for nice and useful ideas. I can I don't know. There are a lot handmade presents. They are nice to look at, but you can't do anything with it. And someday it will get in a nice box or in the rubbish maybe. You don't know. And I want to present the people something they can use or they can eat. And I finished three types. I did more of them, but I show you 3 different Christmas gifts I already prepared. The first one, and I have to hide the tag because I wrote the name on it for who it is. I put it in this pretty, I don't know how you call it, glass. Normally you can conserve food in it. So this is the tag, and it stands on what it's in there. It's hot chocolate. You have cream, not cream powder, milk powder, unsweetened cacao. I don't know how you say it in English, but you know what I mean. And sugar. And on top, I put mini marshmallows. And this is just a homemade hot chocolate. You have to mix it up, and the half of it is for 1 cup, big cup of cacao. You only have to add hot water to it, and I think it's cute and pretty and nice. I would love to receive something like this, so that's the reason why I give it to people. The other thing I made by myself, I think I have 3 glasses, but I will do more, is a self-made, oh my gosh, it's salt, but what's the English word for Kräuter? Oh no, you know, I don't know the English name. You can salt your food with it, and I can't believe it. I don't know the name, but it will be on the screen right now. So there, for my German-speaking followers, there are the ingredients. And then I decorated the glass with washi tapes. And this is the tag. I like doing these things. And the last one is a homemade cappuccino. The tag is already Elex, you know. I don't know how you call them, I'm sorry. And also washi tapes and the present bands, I don't know. And it contains, yes, chocolate, milk powder, coffee. You know, the coffee you can brew, not brew, you can do it directly into the water, and it's, you know, instant coffee, and sugar. It's homemade creamy cappuccino, and it's so tasty with the chocolate, very tasty. And the other thing I did, I think I will give it to my dearest friends on Saint Nicholas, because where I come from, it's tradition to present people on Saint Nicholas. And this is called 15 Minutes of Advent in a Bag. And on the back side, you see what you have to do with the bag and what it contains. First point is brew your tea. Second is light a candle, read the story, enjoy the tea or the coffee. It depends on who is it for. In some bags are coffee and in some bags are teas, because not everyone likes tea or coffee. And don't forget the chocolate. It's just for relaxation in Advent, because it's always very stressful. And yes, I like the tag and the bags and the idea of presenting people on St. Nicholas Day. It's for St. Nicholas. I like washi tape. Christmassy washi tapes. Okay, and these are my self-made presents, and there will be more. I will make soap this year, and I think bathing salt, which will smell like lavender. Are there more things I want to share with you? No, I think we have it. Let's talk about the Carl. We have a knit along in our group going on. I told about it in the beginning of the episode. It's an Advent along. Please come to our Ravelry group. It's the only condition you have to fulfill to be able to participate. And add your finished project or your current projects, your whips. Please share with us your photos and explain us why this is Christmassy for you, why you're knitting it in Advent, how it's increasing your pleasant anticipation in Advent. It's just about a bit chattering and sharing. And you are able to win this bag. I will do it with how do you say it? I will use a number generator. I won't pick the prettiest project or the biggest project, or I won't pick people I like because it's unfair. I will use a random number generator, and then you will win this awesome bag. No, it's not awesome. I made it. I can't say, hey, it's awesome because it's made by me. But I like Christmas related stuff, so I think every Christmas related object is awesome. I already decorated my flat. I have evergreen garlands above my windows with red round, I don't know the English word yet, the same round things you put on your Christmas tree. I'm sorry. And yes, my snowman. This snowman I bought last year on an Advent market. That's an example for a thing you can buy on an Advent market I told about last episode. It's made of a sock. This white thing is a normal standard sock, and they made with rice in it a snowman out of this. That was the toe from another sock, and this is the body. And I love snowmen. I don't like you call him Santa Claus, but it's not Santa Claus. We celebrate Santa Claus, Heiliger Nikolaus, the saint, really the saint. He did exist. We celebrate him on the 6th of December. That's the day I will present people with their bags and other things. Santa's made of chocolate and yes, and so on. We celebrate him as a real saint. We pray to him. So you celebrate Santa as the fat man bringing presents, the guy from Coca-Cola. And I like the fairy tales about him, and I like your Christmas movies with the Santa Claus, but it's not Santa Claus. You say Santa, but he didn't exist. But the real Santa, Saint Nicholas, really did exist, and he was a very famous bishop and very important for the church. Not only for the poor ones, he was very for the poor ones and helped the poor of the poorest. Yes, but he also was a great theological man and did very important things in these topics. But I won't ramble on. It's now about this because I know I'm a theological person and not everyone is interested in these things. So now I will say bye until next week. I hope I will be able to edit this episode today so I can put it out today. And I hope you all will come to our Ravelry group, because that's the reason why I'm podcasting. I'm not podcasting because I want to show you, hey, look how great I am. I want to be in contact with you. That's the only reason I started this project, because I did consume a lot of podcasts in the last, mainly the last year or two, and I felt so alone because you are also you all are so connected, and you have the same yarn brands and patterns, and you know each other from retreats and festivals, and I'm here in Austria so alone. It's not that bad, but you know, it's not, our community is not comparable to yours. And this is my try to get into your lovely community. And yes, so come to our group, chat with us, show your projects, just be, I don't know, friendly and talk with us, and share your beautiful crafty stuffs. You also can, maybe I can open a thread for other crafty things around Christmas now. Maybe your cross stitch, your sewing, your coloring, or you're doing these do-it-yourself stuff I showed you. I will have as Christmas presents this year. So I will stop here because I'm starting to ramble and I don't want to ramble. It was very nice to talk to you, and I hope I will read from you. And till next week, bye bye. Hey, I forgot one thing I wanted to say. Even last episode I forgot it. So, my best friend has a YouTube channel, and he's making his own music. It's called Patrick Lenk Music. I will put a link here or there or over this screen. And not because he's my best friend. I would also love his music without knowing him. And I would I want to invite you to go over to his channel, maybe follow him, subscribe him. It would help him to get famous. I want him to be famous because he's good, he's the best. And maybe you will like the music. It's the genre is called epic music. It's instrumental, but he has one song with lyrics. This you will find here or there. I will link it here, and I really love it. It's beautiful, and it's main work. It was, I think, the best of his songs he made in the last month. I think my most, from the instrumental ones, my most favorite one is Silver Night. It's very special to me because he wrote this song when I was visiting him, and something special happened in my life, and yes, I connected with it, and it's full of memories, sad and happy memories. And the other one you will find here. It's so great. I so love it. Go over to his channel and push the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.